Hello, it is Monday and it is a new weekly reading vlog. Yes, this looks very similar to how I ended Sunday's vlog. No, it is not, in fact, the same day. It is very much hours later. My hair is less fluffy. That's one way you can tell. I look very much less happy. That's another way you can tell. Oh, it's been a day. It's like 7:15 in the afternoon, in the evening, on Monday. I'm just sitting down to edit last week's vlog to go up tomorrow. I went for a nap and I did not nap very well, so I still feel rough, which is great. So, woo, I just want to sleep. That's all I want in life right now, is just like a decent sleep. That's all I want. But yeah, filming bitch has done it again. The raw footage for this vlog is an hour and a half. How did I manage to talk for an hour and a half? I don't know. It's fine. It'll be fine. This bit here is going to drive me up the wall if it keeps doing that. It'll be fine. I will be fine. I will edit it. It'll be fine. And I'll go downstairs, I'll get my tea, and then I'm going to go to bed. I do still have a fair amount of this to read. Not as much as I thought, because, like I say, it's actually, this is a novella. So I only have to here to read. And I am really enjoying it. So I will read that after I edit. But I'm not pushing myself to read. I've got my TBR ready for next month. My TBR video should be up by now. I think it went up on Friday. And I think I'm going to have to move some things around. I don't think I'm going to get my wrap-up video up on the 1st. I think that's too tight a turnaround for me. I think I could do it, but I think I would hate myself for it. So I think I'm going to switch my video that's set to go up on the 8th of March to go up on the 1st, and then put my video, my wrap-up, which should technically go up on the 1st of March, and put that up on the 8th. So I'll do some moving around and see how we go. But for now, I need to get this vlog edited, and then we'll see how we are. I hate myself, my past self, honestly. Why are these vlogs so long? Is it just me, or are my vlogs getting, like, longer? Like, are they just getting long? Am I just talking too much? Please tell me if I'm talking too much. And I will try and, like, edit out some bump. You know? Just let me know. Hello, it is Tuesday. Again, I say this week, how is it only Tuesday? I feel like I've done a whole week already. I don't understand how this angle feels weird. Maybe I've just got more hair than I realised. Again, I feel like I'm an extra in here, and this looks like it's curling over. I think it's just like frizzen. Anyway, yeah. I tried to not take as much for the fringe this time. What do we think? How does it look? I think it looks fine. It's going to look different in the morning anyway, when I've slept in it. But yeah. Oh my god, I feel dead. I keep on turning into a horse. I have almost gone through my entire to-do list today, and I'm so proud because it was a fairly long to-do list. All I've got to do is read this, hopefully finish it, because I managed to read some pages this morning, so I've only got like 40 pages left, and then the novella, if I want to read it, which I do, because then I could add that to my read list that is on Storygraph as a separate entity, so I can do that. And I need to get my book mail from my neighbours, because they got my book mail despite the fact that there was two people in my house. I don't know why they didn't just put it through the door, because it's only one book. I don't know why they didn't put it in the assigned parcel box outside of the house, like they normally do. Must have been a new postie. So yeah, they have taken my book to the neighbours. And the neighbour did not answer their door. when Kay went round, which is funny because the car's in the drive, and then we saw the neighbour leave the house. I'm very confused. I just want my book. I just want my book. That's all. I'm very excited for my book. Anyway, I don't know why I decided to update. I think I just wanted to see my hair, see what it looked like. It's still like half wet, half dry. I wish I still had the energy to do things with my hair. My skin looks so weird. It's so shiny. Because I washed my face earlier. Because I washed my face separately now from going in the shower. Because normally I would just like wash my face in the shower. But it takes so long to wash my face because I have like a 2-step skin routine. 3-step skin routine. So like I'll wash my face with soap, just like Pear's soap, just soap. And then I'll use the CeraVe cleanser stuff, the blue stuff, I don't know. It was recommended by a dermatology person, doctor. And then I will put on, that's a lie, it's like a greeny, tealy coloured stuff. And then I'll put the moisturiser on, which is the blue one. And that's it. That's all I do. But today my skin was so dry, it was just like soaking up all the moisturiser. But yeah, like normally I'll do my first 2 bits in the shower, and then I'll it takes me ages to wash my face. I don't know why. I swear it takes me longer to wash my face than it does to wash the rest of me. Because the rest of me I just put on like the scrubby gloves, and I was just like, I suppose with my face I'm trying not to get anything in my eyes or up my nose or in my mouth, so I'm like really gently like scrubbing my face. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you about all this. My nose is itchy. But yeah, had a shower. So I feel a bit better and a bit worse at the same time, which is great. So my hair is all, I'm hoping it won't go as, like, it was so greasy today. Maybe if you stop touching it. I feel like my hair was so much, right, this is the thing, right, here we go. My hair was so much less greasy when I was younger, and your hair's supposed to get, like, you're supposed to get drier hair, like your skin and everything's supposed to get drier as you get older. Mine just seems to get oilier, and I don't know why, but I think I know why. So this is the first time in ages, like, I don't know if you can see the colour change, but like, I've not dyed my hair in so long, whereas when I was young, I was like dyeing it, like constantly. So now, I'm not dyeing my hair, so it's not drying out my hair all the time. So like, now it's just like, it might not necessarily be oily, it might just be, you know, normal. And I'm used to my hair being dry from the hair dye. So do I start like wrecking my hair just to stop it from having to get, did I start like dyeing my hair so that I don't have to wash it all the time? And what colour do I dye it? I mean, I want to dye it purple, but I don't know how my boss would be. It's like, Carrie, how would you feel if I bleached my hair and dyed it all dark purple? Or I could go, I'm not going back to black again. We're not doing that again, Andy, we're not. Every so often, I get the, like, sensation that I want to dye my hair black again. But I want to go back to the purple. Do you remember when I had the purple tips? That's what I want to go back to, is the purple tips type colour. But, like, all over. I think it would be nice. But that's a lot of upkeep. That's the only problem. I don't like the upkeep. We will have to find other ways to dry out my hair. If there's anything that you're, like, that normally is like, don't do it because it will dry out your hair, tell me. I need to dry it out. I've already started washing it with, like, really hot water to try to dry it out. So, Kay got my new book from the neighbours. She was out anyway, so she nipped next door and got it. Look. It's the Waterstone Special Edition of Lessons in Chemistry. It's so pretty. It's a naked hardback, and it's got the gold foiling, and it's got the notations, the periodic notations for certain things. I wonder if there's any reason for the notations that they've chosen, or if it's just by chance that they've chosen these different different things. There's also some in the back. I did notice that the like ones on the back are slightly different from the ones on the front. And then we have a nice teal edge. This is the end pages, which I don't know how I feel about it. They seem very like sitcom-y. This writing in here is the synopsis. So it says, chemist Elizabeth Zott is not your average woman. In fact, Elizabeth Zott would be the first to point out there's no such thing. Sorry, I just tipped you down there. But it's the early 1960s, and her all-male team at Hastings Research Institute take a very unscientific view of equality. When she finds herself unwed and pregnant, she's forced out, reluctantly taking the job as the host of a TV cooking show, Supper at 6. But Elizabeth has no intention of sticking to the recipe. Instead, she teaches women what they're really made of, at the molecular level. And in doing so, dares them to change the status quo, which again I think is very, very poorly done, because she doesn't actually take the job until her child is like 10 or something. Like, that's part of what like makes it a bad synopsis. And there's the back ones, and that's just some information about Bonnie Garmis. Again, we've got the periodic notations, some information about Bonnie Garmis. So Bonnie Garmis is a copywriter and creative director who's worked for a wide range of clients in the US and abroad. They're missing a space after the comma. Focusing primarily on technology, medicine and education. From Seattle, she currently lives in London with her husband and her dog 99, which is funny because the dog in this book is called 630. And there's a reason he's called 630. But yeah, I'm really thrilled with this. It's so beautiful. I really like it. I don't know how I feel about the edges. It's a throwback to one of the colours on the original book, but I don't know how I feel about it with the navy. Like, it doesn't look as bad in real life as it does with the on like the video on the camera. There is a, what's it called? What's the word? Ribbon bookmark. And there is a chapter, bonus chapter at the end, which is just like a little bonus chapter from 630's point of view, which is really cute. And yeah, I'm really happy because I love this book. This is one of my favourite books of all time, I think. Quite possibly that might be like a very calm, like not a book that I'm like freak out and tell everybody to read, but a very like quiet favourite of all time, if that makes sense. Because again, this is a book that is not for everybody. It's in the same sort of level as My Dark Vanessa. Like, it's a book that I'm very, very happy that I read, and it will stay with me for the rest of my life, but I'm not like, read it. Like, I don't think it's for everybody, you know, but I'm very happy to have this copy. Yeah, I was speaking to someone someone the other day on Threads and saying like, this book is very, very badly marketed. I think the marketing team have done it dirty because it is not what it is marketed to be, and I think that once people read it and they realise that it's not what it's marketed to be, they either love it because they didn't like the sound of the premise, or they hate it because they love the sound of the premise as it's marketed. So yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna go. Hamish has just gone and pushed the door open again, as he's wont to do. But I'm going to go finish catching up on my YouTube and do the final thing on my to-do list, which is to finish this. I am really, really enjoying it. It's just getting pushed down on my like priority list because I have so much to do. So, yeah. I just finished End of Story. I've not read the novella yet, the prequel novella that's in the back. But I just finished the main book. And don't ask me to explain it. Even though you know me, I'm going to go on a rant afterwards. But I have to give this 5 stars. I have to. I am honour bound to give this 5 stars. But this... Hamish, don't do it. Don't do it. Hamish, no. Don't do it. This is what he does. The machine's waiting on it. Spin cycle. He's just got up from a sleep and gone and sat next to the door. Go lie down, please. He just wants to go. All he would have done, push the door open, waddle his little butt back up to his lie down position. Go and lie down, please. Go on. Go and lie down. You hear it going into a spin cycle. Every time. I don't know what it is. He pushes the door open, turns his butt around, and goes and lies down again. He doesn't go into the kitchen for, like, I'd understand if you went into the kitchen for a drink or something, or if you wanted outside, but no, he pushes the door open and he comes back and lies down. Like, if he needs a drink or if he needs to lie down, he won't listen to you, or needs to go out. Like, he won't listen to you. Like, he won't come back when I tell him to go lie down. Like, he'll continue to go and, like, do what he needs, like, get what he needs to do. But no, like, he just wants to go push the door open to be a menace to society. Anyway, back to the book. I am honour bound to give this a 5-star, but I don't know what to say about this book. Was this a good book? No. Objectively, no. Objectively, this was like a 2-star book. Objectively. Most people would probably DNF this book or be like, this was an awful book. But I loved it. The main character, I loved her. She was great. She was amazing. She was like, I could imagine her perfectly in my head. She was fat. She was a social media influencer. She was a fashion lover. She was perfectly, like, I could see her perfectly. I can imagine exactly what she looks like. I mean, as a cartoon, because, like, the way my brain works, I don't see people, I see, like, cartoon, like this sort of, like, cartoon style image of a person. But, like, I can imagine her in my head, like, her persona in my head. I get her. Like, she's a fully fledged person in my head. Like, everything she did made sense. Everything else around this book. There was one page where it was like a sex scene, and there was at least 3 different words used for the vagine area. At least 3 different words used for it. At least. I was like, pick a word. Pick a word. And then there was what was the word? There was a word she used, and I was like, why are you using that word? Literally, I cannot. It's, you know, this thing here, but on a man. This bit. I can't remember what it's called, but a man has another one where the skin connects. What's it called? Begins with an F. I want to say it begins with an F. I had to Google it. We were mid. Frenulum. There we are. Frenulum. We were mid-thick thing, and I had to Google the word frenulum. What? I'm sorry, what? What are you thinking, Kylie? Who goes, yeah, I'm just going to throw that word in there. Like, there were so many times where I was like, what? Are you writing this as a spoof? Is this a spoof? Is this a spoof of a romance? Because that's what it feels like. This is a spoof of a romance. And, like, it was, if this is a spoof of a romance, it is beautifully done. It is excellently done. It is, like, the main love interest, his name is Lars. His dad's name is Henning. His brother's name is Tor. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's Tore. His mum's name is Deborah. The best friend's name is Cleo. Yes, I heard it in Lisa's voice every single time. The main character's name is Susie. She's named after her Aunt Susan. We know more about the Aunt Susan than we do about the ex. His name is Aaron. First name in the baby book. Just to dial home that he is worthless. Like, everybody else has got these thought out names. Aaron, worthless. First name in the baby book. Like, there's so much thought that's gone into this book. But also, it seems like there's no thought that's gone into this book. Which, like, if I could overlay that, like, meme of all the things going, like, of all the math and physics things going past me right now, I would. I don't know how to do that. But, like, because I don't know how to do the overlay thing. But, like, that's how I feel right now. Like, this seems like no thought went into it. But at the same time, so much thought went into it. And I'm so confused. But I loved it so much. Like, what? What? I love this book so much. This was great. This was fantastic. Again, I don't know who I would recommend this to, because I had a great time reading this, but I don't think many people would. I think a lot of people would read this and go, this was trash, this was not well thought out. But at the same time, like, I think it was so well thought out that she made it seem like it wasn't well thought out. You know what I mean? Like, I sound like Swiftie. Like, you know, when Swifties are like, this date in the calendar adds up to 13. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I sound like a conspiracy theorist now, but that's what this book was giving me. Like, I had such a good time reading this book. I'm good, I'm fine. But, like, yeah, like, this book just, like, I have no... This book is going to live rent-free in my brain. And, like, I swear this whole book takes place over, like, very few months. And it's, like, if you don't like really rapid... Like, this goes from, like, you're my best friend's ex / you are my ex's best friend to we're engaged in, like, the time scale of this book, which I think is only a few months. It's very quick. It's very, like, like, you don't like the, if you don't like the really quick romances, like, this is, like, proper, like, they have to fall in love. Like, they are all in, they are, like, insta love. Like, this is, like, insta love, but, like, they also have, like, the magical realism thing of, like, they find the divorce certificate in the first 10 pages. And they're like, I guess in 10 years we'll get divorced. Which then, like, logically speaking means they get married. So they just kind of go with it, being like, I suppose we're, you know, fated to get married. So might as well get a jump on it. Like, and then, like, hello. I'm such a weirdo when it comes to things like this, because in books, I'm like, it's fine, because you don't see the messy part of the relationship. They can jump into relationships and do happily ever after. I don't care. Like, you do you. I love fated mates for that reason, because, like, once they're together, it's happily ever after, and I just get to see the nice part. I love that. I love it. I don't care. So yeah, I am going to go read the novella. See, this is what I mean. Look, he's pushed the door open, and now he's just sat down. Why? Why? I love him, but sometimes I just slightly want to strangle him. Why? Hello, it's Wednesday. So as you can see, I had a small accident. I fell into a tattoo shop. I'll put a photo of my tattoo here, because it's wrapped, so you can't really see it. I got a little spoon tattoo. I've wanted a spoon tattoo for ages, and there's no, not that there's no tattoo places. There's quite a few tattoo places around us, but not many that I feel comfortable going to. There's just something about a lot of the places around me that I don't feel comfortable going to. But there's one that we just like discovered a few streets along from us, that is kind of like, it's, so the girl that did my like heartstopper tattoo, she moved to Australia, so I can't go to her anymore. But there's another one that's opened up recently, and I found them, and so we went down to talk to them.
I knew she was going to come back with a tattoo.
That was not fair. She said that if I hadn't gotten mine, she would have gotten a tattoo. So one of us is walking away with a tattoo. I am booked in again on Friday to get a tattoo of Psyduck with Vicky, who's getting a Charmander. So yeah, that is also happening. But yeah, so I'm probably going to go to them for a few things. The woman that tattooed me was saying that she's got quite a lot of free spaces. She's just started, so she's not like built up her client base yet. And by just started, like, she's just started there. She's been a tattoo artist for a while. She's the one that did this, and it's so gorgeous. I love it so much. Like, I love it so much. You have no idea how much I love this tattoo. I think it's like possibly my favourite tattoo.
As soon as she'd finished and she did the final wipe on it and you looked at it, the glee in your eyes was like...
I love it so much. Like, it's literally like this size, and I love it so much. I'm like a small child. I've already done that. But yeah, so I'm very happy. So yeah, definitely we'll be going back to them. It's really handy that they're down the road. And we'll be sending like other people there who are local and want to get tattoos. My mum needs to get a couple of tattoos because she wants one for her brother and sister, because she has one for me, but she wants one for her brother and sister, so she'll need to go find somewhere that's a good tattoo artist. So I'll be pinging her along there. Kay's dad was wanting to get one of his tattoos sorted out. We'll ping him along there as well. Yeah, so I'll be getting my I've got my AZebraReads, I don't know how to pronounce it, here. So I'm going to get my other one here. I'm going to get the strength rune there. I've got a whole sleeve of Percy Jackson tattoos to get, so I'll be coming to them for that. I said it, like, I was joking with the girl at the end, the woman at the end. I keep calling her girl. I really need to stop getting it. I need to get out of that mindset. Joking with, her name's Tori, which is hilarious. For reasons that I'm not going to sit here and explain. But I was joking with Terry at the end, being like, you're going to end up putting my face on a poster up here, being like, do not let her in here. And then the guy that was sitting at the reception desk was like, nah, I'm an enabler. And I'm like, I'm going to end up as a menace. Just like getting tattoos. Tattoos and books, these are my addictions. Okay? It could be drugs, but it's not. It's tattoos and books. So, yeah. I'm very happy. I am beyond thrilled with my tattoo. Like, I genuinely think she's the best tattoo artist that I've gone to. She's definitely been the one I've gotten on with the most, I think.
I don't know, because I've not been around the other times.
I think you were there when I got the one on my back. I think you were chatting to the guy more than I was.
I wasn't around though. I was waiting out front.
No, I'm sure you were there chatting to the guy. I must have been chatting to the person next to me then.
Yep, you were.
Oh well. Yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to update you. I'm so excited. Yeah, I can't wait to get more tattoos. And price wise, it was cheap. Like, for a tattoo, it was cheap. Let me just say that. So. But, like, the cleanliness, 5-star. Like, everything was great. Like, I would go back to them, and I will be going back to them. So, I am dead happy. I am so happy. I'm so excited. Here's my little spoon. So you can see it a bit better. This is me just taking the cling film off and done the first wash. And I'm not zooming in at all. This is just one time zoom, and I'm just close to it, so it's on. So here's my thumb, and it's just on my wrist here. You can still see like the crease where the cling film was. I've been playing around with it. I'm like, do you want a little like teaspoon, server spoon? Do you want like a soup spoon? Like, I love it so much. It's so cool. I love the detailing work. I don't want it to get blurry. I love the detailing, like the little dots that just make it so, it just pops so much. Like, it's going to be so nice. Like, it's just there. Like, my arm looks really weird because obviously, like, the shave, I feel like I've got quite hairy arms. Like, TMI, sorry. It's blurry. I feel like I've got quite hairy arms. And I get these little bump things. Don't know if anybody else gets these little bump things, but I get these little bump things. But yeah, and they, like, shave your arm. They shave your hairy bits for tattoos. So it looks really weird just now with the hairy. But, like, if I'm ever feeling just a bit like meh, I can be like, I've got one spoon. I have my spoon. Like, I'll always have my spoon here. So yeah, I love my little tattoo. Hello, it's Thursday. It's basically my Friday from work because I'm off tomorrow because me and Vicky are going to get more tattoos, and I say more tattoos because I've got my middle spoon. I love this little thing. I just keep looking at it. I'm so happy. But yes, tomorrow I'm getting side duck somewhere in here. And like here. Somewhere, I think. And today, on the last day of February, I've decided apparently, I actually had a thought where I was like, so, right, we've gone from being like, I'm going to move videos around so that I don't stress myself out, and I will have the video that I've got scheduled for the 8th go up tomorrow, and I'll do my February wrap up for the 8th. That'll take off the, like, stress. And then I was like, well, do you know what? I'm not going to actually read anything. Like, I've finished all the books. I don't have any books that I'm sort of partway through. So I might as well just film my wrap up today. And then I remembered that I was reading a book, or 2 books actually, that I have also on KU. And I do have the physical copies. And so I picked up this again. And I was like, let's see how I feel. So I'm now on page 102 of this. This is Love on the Island by Jessica Gilmore. This is, I don't know, I am not entirely sure what this is now, because the synopsis only talks about Indy. So Indy is about to turn 30 and she has her life together. She's just up for a promotion. Her boyfriend is about to propose. She has a flat in London. Like, she has it all. Turns out the proposal is actually her getting dumped, and yeah, things start to kind of spiral. She does get the promotion though, which is nice. And things are sort of slipping on Indy's side. But our little sister Jade has been living in Greece. She's been working there over the summer, and she finds out at the very start of the book that she is pregnant, and her boyfriend, who is Greek, who she met as she was working, proposes to her, and he says that he was going to propose to her anyway, but that just, like, the timing was just really like well timed. I don't have anything against, like, I don't know much about it. So this keeps switching, the chapters switch between Indy and Jade, between the 2 sisters, and the romance on the back is between so Jade and Nico are a couple. So that's the sister and her boyfriend, who are fiance, who are now engaged and having a baby, but nobody knows they're having a baby yet. And, like, Indy and Mikos are, so Indy is Jade's sister, and Mikos is Nico's cousin, and also Jade's boss at the island resort that she's working on. And I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt that he's going to get a drink. But Indy and Mikos are both against the engagement, and Indy has gone to Greece partially to get away from the whole, like, breakup thing that's just happened, partially to sort of try and get Jade to come home and, like, give up on this whole engagement summer fling thing. Mikos is also trying to persuade them that this is not a good idea, because they've been together for less than 6 months. And he thinks that it's just like they're wrapped up in the holiday romance thing of it. Apparently Nico's done this a few times, not that he's ever gotten engaged to anybody, but like every summer he has a new girl. And he thinks that like they need to be serious about this. He thinks Jade's great, like he thinks she's lovely, that she's a hard worker, like he says that to Indy, like she's great, she's wonderful, but he doesn't think that Nico is serious enough about it that she should be dragged into this. So like, he's just sitting at the back door staring outside. Anyway, yeah, so it keeps jumping between the two sisters, but the romance story is between Indy and Mikos, and I'm assuming that Jade's part is her trying to figure out what she's going to do, because she's in a predicament where she is trying to prove to her sister, so their dad died, Jade and their dad were in a bad car accident when she was 8 and Indy was 16, and their dad died and Jade was just really badly injured, like she's still to this day got a horrible scarring down one of her sides, and because she's quite self-conscious about it, like when she was on the beach earlier, she wears a skirt and the skirt came up because she was lying on the beach and she was like trying to pull it down, and Nico was like, you don't need to do that, like, I don't care about the scars, and she's like, yeah, but what if somebody else sees me? And he's like, it doesn't matter, like, you're beautiful. I do like Nico, like he is a sweetheart, and anyway, yeah, so Indy immediately took over as the parent. So their dad died and their mum is very, not flighty or flaky, but like she's very like, she's like a very stereotypical hippie, like she's an artist and she's like very like live and let live, like she didn't parent, she didn't think to do things like feed them, find time to, shop for clothes for them, take them to school, pay the bills, like that was all their dad. So when their dad died, they didn't have a parent. So Indy basically took over and did all that and raised her and like treated her mum like another kid, and her mum just like did whatever she wanted. And Indy was the parent. And so now Jade is trying to prove that she's an adult and that she is not the sort of like effed up or fuck up younger sister sort of thing. And she's realising that what she's done is she's gone to a foreign country, met a man, known him for 5 minutes, gotten pregnant, and then flaked out on her sister when her sister's come to visit her. And she's acting exactly like what she doesn't want to seem like, but underneath she is like, she's smart and she's successful and she isn't what she thinks her sister, because she thinks that Indy sees her as this irresponsible teenager, basically. But that's not what Indy thinks of her. So even when Indy says to her, like when she explains to her what she does as a job, like Jade explains what her job is, Indy's like, wow, like you're really indispensable around here. Jade sees that as a slight to her. She's like, oh, like, does she really need to be so, like, looking down her nose at me, like, surprised that I'm so, like, that I'm doing so well for myself. But Indy's genuinely, like, proud of her sister, but she sees it as, like, she's obviously got some internal healing that she needs to do. She thinks that Indy sees her as, still sees her as a child, but doesn't see her as important, whereas Indy is just proud of her sister, Obviously that's going to come out later on, but that's only 100 pages in. I'm really enjoying it so far, and the setting, the Greek setting of this little island is just, the island is big enough for these, like, two areas. Like, they've got the main villa where Mikos has set up. It was supposed to be just for him, but it's now for him and the staff that are going to run these villas that are on the other side of the island, and there are 20 villas that can house 4 people each. And then there's like a restaurant and stuff like that, and it's like very, very exclusive and yada yada yada. But I would love to go to Greece. That's one of the places that I really, really want to go, is to Greece. the islands and the sea and this. It just sounds so beautiful. So yeah, I'm living vicariously through these characters in Greece. Anyway, I'm going to go and actually read the book and find out what it's about other than the first 100 pages. So Indy and Mikos have gone over to the island, the bigger island, and a storm is hit and they can't get back over to the little island. So they're staying at one of his hotels. He owns 6 hotels plus the one that not hotel but like thing that he's setting up. I can't remember what it's called, but the thing he's setting up on the little island. It's literally called the island, like the one he's setting up. I can't remember what the island they're on is called. That's terrible. But yeah, so they're staying at one of the hotels that he owns. And they've been there, they've been eating, and they've been dancing, and they've been talking, and they've been drinking. Like, not drinking, just like wine with their meal and stuff. But like, that cosy atmosphere in this beautiful old Greek building with the candles on and the storm outside, and like, so of course he's like, she's tired, she's yawning, he's like, let me go, like, arrange for our rooms. It's me. We all know what's about to happen. There's only one room. I'll bet my ass there's only one bed. Sorry, I had to tell you. This is so I can't decide if this book has grown on me very quickly because this is the first time I've had to properly sit down and read it, or if it's because I've actually picked up the physical book over the ebook and I'm in a little bit of like an ebook slump, or if it was just like a little bit slow at the start. I can't decide, but I am 166 pages in and it's only 287 pages, I think it is. So we're just over 120-ish pages, just like 121 pages or something to go. So I'm hoping to finish it tonight. It's not even 9 o'clock yet, so hopefully we'll finish this. And then tomorrow, get up, have breakfast, have a shower, go to Fish and Donaldson, head to Vicky's, get tattoos. I'm so excited. But you know, I just had to, because there's only one bed. Well, there's only one room, but by default, there's only one bed. But the same thing happened in Uncharted yesterday when we were watching it. There was only one bed, and I was like... But that was a totally different scenario, but still. I love that trope. I love the forced proximity, only one bed trope. Love it. Love it. I love it so much. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's like that, like... I'm discovering another trope, and I don't know what to call it, or if it has a name. It probably has a name, but like I don't know what it is. I've not come across like a name for it. My arm's really sore. I don't know where to put you. Sorry, the book just closed on you. But it's so I know. I'm just going to put the bookmark in. So I noticed it. In this book and in another book I was reading previously, where the main character has been like, I'm never going to see this person again, so I'm just going to be my authentic self with them because it doesn't matter what they think of me. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I don't need to pull this persona of, like, the best version of me because I'm never going to see them again. And obviously, like, it's a romance, so they are going to see them again and they're going to end up being the one that they end up with. And so they start the relationship off with this, like, as their authentic selves, which is obviously like a better way to start a relationship. And I love that. Like, I don't know if there's a trope, if there is, somebody please tell me. But I also just love the fact that, like, we're showing people in romances that the best thing to do is to be yourself. I love this. I'm loving this book. But yeah, I'm going to go and finish this, and hopefully I'll update you once I finished it. Hello. I am at the tattoo shop to get my side hook. And I'm excited. Hello, I am back home, as you can see. I'm on sprints for Marvel-Thon's launch. As you can hear, my computer is taken off, and I've also got the cooler on because it does not like running sprints. I've got my Psyduck. Look at him. I've got the second skin on, so it's a bit shiny, but look at him. Look at my little headache buddy. He just looks like he's so stressed. Like, same, my guy, same. So stressed. Yeah, that was great. Like, they were so great. I was having so much fun, which is why I didn't vlog a thing. That, and it felt awkward to, like, film her as she was tattooing me, or Vicky, and that was too awkward to ask if I could film her, and there was somebody else getting tattooed, so that felt really awkward. Like, So yeah, me and Vicky got our tattoos done. Vicky got a Charmander on her ankle, and we've decided we're gonna try and get everybody else to get tattoos as well. Kay does say she wants a Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur?
Yeah, Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur. Bulba. To be fair, we were talking about it when Vicky was in the chair, and if I had to choose a starter, like from Indigo League, my favourite Pokemon personality-wise was definitely the Bulbasaur. Like, I other than Psyduck,
yeah.
Like, I feel like personality-wise, the Bulbasaur made sense to me. He was very much the mother hen of all of them. Like, they would do stuff and he was just like... you know what I mean? That's how I feel. That's like me. So yeah, I did finish Love on the Island last night. And I even finished it before midnight, so I actually finished it in February. I really liked it. Like I said, there was one bit where I said to Kay, I was like, if he turns up at this birthday party, I'm going to throw my book across the room. Not actually, but that will be the energy. She was like, okay. So yeah, finished that. Really liked it. It was a solid 4 stars. It wasn't by any means perfect. I really enjoyed some of the themes that it looked at. I think for being under 300 pages to try and do 2 perspectives and 2 different stories, it was just a bit too naive in thinking that it would be able to do both those stories justice. Like, the foundation was there, it just wasn't like... It could have added 150 pages to add a bit more to the stories, which is what I'm finding with a lot of stories. Like, they're not going deep enough. Like, they're not digging deep enough. But yeah, it was really, really good. I really, really enjoyed it. I'm not sure if it's a debut for that author. If it is, and that's their debut, then, like, well done. Like, if that's a debut, I am really looking forward to what she writes next, because that is a hell of a debut to start on. Next, I am kicking off my Marvel-thon with Bride by Ellie Hazelwood. I am getting it out the way now so that if the Omegaversy part of it is a bit too much for me, I can cleanse my brain with something else. And I'm sure I'll be fine. Like, I'm sure I'll be fine. I don't think graphic kinky sex is something that is, like, insanely off-putting for me. Like, I think, well, no, that's a lie. I had to nope out of Chloe Reads Books Haunting Adeline video. That was too far. I got about halfway through the video and I was like, peace out, and I commented, but like, I got to this far through and I had to like peace out, and she was like, that's totally fair. That is totally fair. It was the gun scene, by the way, if anybody's read the book. It was the gun scene. I noped out of there so fast. I was like, this is my limit. Apparently I have a limit. That is my limit. So yeah, that was apparently my hard limit. This should not hit that limit, apparently. So yeah, it's a vampire werewolf. It's Ellie Hazelwood. I trust Ellie Hazelwood, so yeah, but if not, I can bleach my brain with the rest of my books, so it's fine. That, and it means that Becca will stop telling me to read it because I will have read it. So, win-win. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it because I do, like, the last time I wasn't sure about the Ellie Hazelwood book, I ended up loving it, so I'm really hoping that carries true in this one as well. But I've just had on meds because I've not had anything all day, like, painkiller wise, and my head is starting to hurt, and I'm going to get to reading because it's been a day. Hello, it's Saturday. I've just been filming some videos. I'm just reading my aftercare. So I've had the dressing on for 24 hours, I have taken it off after the 24 hours, washed it with warm soapy water, pat dry, washed with soap, rinsed it, pat dry with a kitchen roll, leave it dry for 30 to 60 minutes. Don't apply any cream, apply a piece of Dermalize, and leave it for 67 days. So, here is my side duck currently. He's still a bit red, obviously. Let me go see much. Yeah, so I need to leave it for like an hour to dry, and then I'll put on the new dressing. You can see how the dressing's been over there because I just pulled it off. I like to get Katie to do it when she gets home, which is good timing, so that's fine. The dressing came off easy, like it tells you on the thing to take it off with running water, so it made it a bit easier to come off. I've had it on, like I've used the second skin before, but it's always good to have the instructions. I'm excited, he's so cute. I don't know if you can pick up the redness on the camera. It's so cute. My little body. My spoon is also healing very well. You can see the shaved patch, I think. Yeah, my spoon's at the scabby stage. This one won't necessarily do that because I'll have the second skin on. The spoon was just like when I went to, I didn't have second skin, didn't use second skin, but also like it was so small that it wasn't really worth it. But obviously like this one is a lot bigger with a lot more colour and stuff, so I have the second skin in my bag, so in an hour that will go on. And yeah, there's a few areas where I'm looking at him and I'm thinking he's going to need a little bit of a touch up, but she was saying like with the colours like the yellow it can be a bit more difficult, and they usually do need a touch up because it's lighter and you struggle a bit more with the blood coming through. But we'll see what it looks like once it settles, because obviously like I said, it's still quite red and inflamed. So we need to wait till it actually settles and we can see the colour properly. But yeah, I've filmed 2 videos today. I filmed my Percy Jackson Illuminated Edition unboxing and my February wrap up. I don't think there's sprints tonight. And Percy. Tori was going to run sprints, but she's not feeling up to it. And I don't think anybody else is going to run sprints. But I think I'm going to sit and read tonight. I got about 50 odd pages into Bride last night before I was like, so I'm going to do that. Yeah. So I shall update you later on. Hello, it is Sunday. It is like, I don't know what time it is. It's after 12 because Becca's sprints are on, and I'm reading Bride by Ellie Hazelwood. I am almost finished. I'm like 30 odd pages from the end, and like I'm this close to the end, and like really everything's hit the fan. Like everything's really hit the fan, and yeah, I am definitely going to be finishing this in the sprint. I read like 60 pages last sprint, so I'm definitely going to finish it in this sprint, and yeah, I am really enjoying it. Unless something happens in the next 30 pages, I don't understand why people were having a shit fit about this book with the whole, like, Omegaverse thing, where people were, like, up in arms about it, because, like, take it down a notch, like, take it down several notches, like, because I've read severely spicier books than that don't have anything, like, kinky in it. So, yeah, take your ass down several notches. If you're going to be like, don't read this book because it's got kick. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Take it down a notch. Like several notches. Anyway, this is a weird angle. It's because I'm leaning my hand on my knee because my arms are sore. I have a very itchy side duck. I've replaced the second skin because the instructions from the tattoo place say to change it after 24 hours and then put a new one on, and this stays on for 7 days. So this is how he's looking. It's already gotten to the itchy stage, and I'm just like, I'm trying not to scratch it. So I'm just like I'm trying to see where the second skin ends and my real skin begins. I'm trying to scratch there and hope that it soothes it. Yeah. I filmed 2 videos yesterday. I filmed my February wrap-up and my Percy Jackson Illumicrate unboxing, and I've uploaded them onto my laptop. I have uploaded all of my vlog footage so far onto my laptop. I might get started editing that because I think I can edit that and come out of it and I'll keep what I've edited. My previous software wouldn't do that. I would crash the whole thing and I would have to start from scratch, which I'm not about that. So I might do that later so that I don't have to edit as much tomorrow, or I can just finish the vlog later on today. I'm really bad at finishing the vlog on Sundays. Sometimes I forget, or I'll end the vlog really, really late at night, and then I have to do all the editing on the Monday afternoon, evening. But I'm so glad. This is why I moved because I used to post my vlogs on Monday, and that meant I had to do all the editing on Monday to get it up for 4 o'clock on Monday, or I had to do all the editing on Sunday, and that was just too much, too much. So now I moved it to Tuesday, and that's much better for me. So I have the Monday to edit. Much better, much more manageable. Much more manageable. So yeah, I'm gonna go and finish Bride, and then I'm thinking about putting my stuff, my books for this month, on a wheel and just letting that pick what I want to read, because there's nothing that's jumping out at me that I'm I equally want to read them all next. So yeah, I might put them on a wheel. We shall see. But yeah, I'm gonna go and finish this. I'm excited, and I'll let you know what I think. But so far, so good. I've been messaging Becca just constantly because this book doesn't let up. I feel so I'm so attached to Misery. Misery's the main character. So Misery is the vampire character. So this is, if you've read The Savage Song and Our Dark Duet by Victor Schwab, it's similar, similar-ish concept. Bear with me. So in this world there are vampires, werewolves and humans, and in this specific area in North America they all live in their own separate bits. So there's a human sector, a vampire sector, and a sector, and they don't cross each other's borders unless they're invited. It is very dangerous to even get close to each other's borders. They will see that as an act of aggression, and you could start an all-out war. And so there have been very, very tenuous agreements of peace and stuff. And one of the things is that the humans and the vampires have had is this thing called collateral. And what they do is they send a child of one of their leaders to stay for 10 years with the other. And so Misery has been the collateral for the vampires. When she was a child, I think she went over when she was 8 or 9, and for 10 years she stayed with humans, so that if the vampires did anything to the humans, her life was sacrificed, and vice versa. A human child went over to the vampires to stay for 10 years, and then after 10 years they were swapped out for another child. But Misery never felt at home with the vampires because they were just horrible to her, and so she decided to stay with her friend Serena, who was a foster sister, and she was also an orphan. Serena was also an orphan, and Misery's not an orphan, but Serena was an orphan, as well as being her foster sister. And she decided to stay on the human side, and she put contacts in because vampires have violet coloured eyes. So she put contacts in, she filed down her fangs, they would grow back, and she'd have to file them down, and she would pretend to be human, and she passed in the human world. And she lived as a human for years, and then one day her dad calls her back, and asks her to be, again, collateral, but for the wares this time. So the collateral this time is to be a bride for the alpha of this were pack that is in the were sector, and sort of make a truce with them. So she is to be married off to one of the wares, like the were alpha, who's low, who's this guy here, and there would be a were sent to vampires. And so she's like, absolutely not, like, I'm not your pawn to be played with. But when he says the name of the were, she's like, fine, I'll go. And it turns out Serena, her sister, foster sister, has gone missing, and the only clue she has is the name of the were. So she decides she's going to go over there and figure out what happened to Serena. So you've got that going on in the background, and it's giving me, like, it very much reminds me of, like, The Savage Song and Our Dark Jet, because they've got that whole, like, there's these two different sectors, and they have this very, like, this kind of truce, but it's hanging by a thread, and they don't cross over, but there's also people who do cross over, and it's not like, it's, if you've read both of them, you'll probably see what I mean. But you're just in Misery's head, so you've got Misery's point of view, and then there's not chapter headings, but there's chapter, there's like little bits at the top of the chapter, see there's little bits in italics there, and that's coming from Lo's head, and so it's really, really well crafted, because they're tiny little, like, sentences, or like a single or just two sentences, but you get a lot of input into what's going on in his head. And I'm really, really invested in Misery, and it's a shame because she's an adult, but she's so naive, and she's so just doesn't understand a lot of nuance in politics and what's going on around her. And, like, things that I can see that are glaringly obvious to me, she doesn't get. And I was, like, messaging Becca, and I was like, how is she not seeing this? Like, she's so used to being seen as less than that she doesn't see this. Like, she's not getting it. And, like, eventually she starts, like, wait a minute. And, like, I'm like, there you go, sweetheart. Like, go on. You've got this. You can get it. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. You gotta get it. You gotta get it. I can feel the brain going. I can see the cogs turning. You've got this. Like, but yeah, so I'm really enjoying it. I really like the characters. I love the fact that the focus, you do get side characters kind of like keeking in every so often, like you do with that. I feel like Ella Hazelwood does that a lot. Like, you get a really strong focus on the main character, and then, like, the side characters just kind of like appear sometimes, so you get to know the main character really, really well. And yeah, like, I kind of want to, like, hurt anybody that hurts Misery. So I have opinions about her father, whose name I don't even know if we've been told his name. I just know him as, like, I've just realised his name must be Councilman Lark, because her name is Misery Lark. And the fact that she got called Misery in the first place because her mum died after giving birth to her. Her and her brother are twins. And because she was born second, and her mum died afterward, they called her Misery. How rude is that? Like, how rude is that? So, yeah, Councilman Lark, or Councilman Fuckwaffle, not a fan. I want him to be drop-kicked out of a high window, so yeah, we shall see how that goes. But yeah, I'm going to go read this, because we've only got half an hour left on the timer now, so I'm going to go finish this. Hello, it's still Sunday. I have necked Kay's chair for a second because I'm making a cup of tea, and getting out of that chair is, like, I have to, like, shuffle along a bit, so this one's easier just to stand up from, but I can't sit in it long term. It's a weird thing. I am coming on to end the vlog because I don't think I'm going to read anymore this afternoon, whatever. I'm currently editing my videos that I filmed yesterday. I have edited the vlog up until this point. I'm currently editing my wrap up, and then I'll probably edit my unboxing and get them posted so that I don't have to worry about them. And yeah, I don't know what I'm going to read next. I still can't decide what I'm going to read next. I'm kind of torn between starting Iron Widow or Fangirl Down now, or Husband Material. those are the three that I'm kind of torn between now, that I've had some time to think about it. Iron Widow, I'm just kind of drawn to. Fangirl Down, I literally opened Instagram and the first thing I saw was somebody talking about Fangirl Down. And Husband Material, I've literally just finished editing the part where I was talking about Boyfriend Material, so that's why I'm in the mood to read that now. If you think I look a bit ill, that's because I feel a bit ill. I feel really, really sick right now. But it's not like a virus or like a bug or anything like that. I feel ill because I'm in a lot of pain. I'm having a really bad pain flare up, I think, possibly because of the drive-in I did yesterday. Sunday? No, what day is it? Friday. Day before yesterday. I have 2 doses of my painkillers left, which is going to be for sleeping tonight and being able to get up for work tomorrow. I ordered them last week. Was it even... No, I think it was last week. I ordered them where I should have been able to pick them up last week. Like normally they would have been ready, or they should be ready on Monday. I don't know why my painkillers aren't ready. Like, I've ordered them repeatedly. Like, I have to order them constantly. I don't know why they're not ready. Obviously they're probably just busy, or my doctors have decided that this is the time that they mess me about. I don't know. But they weren't ready when they were normally would be ready. So, I don't know. They're probably just busy or something. I don't know. But I'm hoping they'll be ready for Monday. Tomorrow. If not, I'm that Simpsons meme where the little boy's like, haha, I'm in danger. I have 4 doses left of my lower dose painkiller. I'm going to take one of those just now and hope that helps. I have stopped those. I'm actually on the higher dose now because the lower dose doesn't usually do anything, but it is like we're at critical point at this point. Hey Mish, it's just the neighbours. It's just the neighbours. Now he decides to be a guard dog. Yeah, so we're at like pain point, like where anything will help. I'm out of naproxen, and I've not ordered any more of that because I don't want to have the argument with the doctor, because it's a different doctor that's been doing my meds, and she keeps whying me and delaying my medication. Why do you need that? Why do you need that? Well, if you look at the conversation I had with the doctor that issued them, this is why we agreed on that. And do you think you still need that? Yes. Why? For the reasons discussed with the last doctor that I spoke to. And I end up getting them because I need them, but it's like... yeah. Anyway, my doctor keeps whining me, and it's annoying. And I'm just... yeah. So I'm going to try and take them and hope that that works. But yeah, I'm going to finish the vlog here. I don't think I'm going to read it anymore. But those are the books that I'm thinking of reading. Hamish has done a great job being a guard dog. I'm sure the neighbours will think twice about going in and out of their own house. Won't they, Hamish? Scary, scary dog that he is. He's so proud of himself. But yeah, I'm going to go and do that. If you want to let me know you're here, if you please drop me the little pill emoji in the comments to like manifest my painkillers coming tomorrow. Hopefully by the time you're seeing this I'll have them with me. But yeah, maybe that's the next thing I need to get tattooed on me, is a little pill, like a little pill, just to always have something. I don't know. Oh, right. I'm gonna go get my cup of tea, which will be like overstewed by now. Take some painkillers, curl up, cry in a corner. I've just spotted my Voltarol that I totally forgot about because I can't think right. Maybe put some Voltarol in my ribs because like my right hand side ribs really hurt. Yeah, great way to end this vlog. I was feeling fine, and then all of a sudden, like, I've just felt like the pain. This is the problem with a condition like mine. You can be feeling fine, and then the flare-up comes for you, and it's like, the flare-up comes for you, and it's not nice. You'll be sitting and your muscles just start to like tighten up. That's what it feels like to me. Like, it feels almost like my muscles just start tightening up. And the problem with that is that it can, like, if my muscles start spasming, it can, not spasm, but like, it's the only way I can describe it, because it's like they go into a slow spasm, and it can push, like, especially with my ribs, it can push them out, which is what I think's happened on my right hand side. It can like push if one of them does it and the other doesn't, so you're not getting even pressure on either side, it can push the thing out of place. Anyway, that's get home, so I will head off. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Oh, there he goes. Bye.